Savory Classroom with another video to help you serve our guests better. And this one of the top things we can do for our guests, for our customers, is to keep them safe and to keep you safe. And so here sometimes we have 20 people down this cooking line, or people over there cooking, and we want to keep everybody safe. So we have a lot of hot things going on. So the first thing we always tell our guests is to assume everything on the stove is hot. Assume everything on the stove is hot. And then when they're cooking and they're using a pot like this, if they take their towel and use it as a hot pad, which we do a lot, they use it as a hot pad like this, and they grab it, the towel will get into the flame and catch on fire. So what I like to teach everyone to do is to put their hand up like this. If you put their hand up and fold the towel nicely and put it on top of their hand, then they come underneath everything. Anytime you come when you come underneath, then the towel can't get in the flame. And that's how you use a towel as a hot pad. But then say, for instance, we have something in the oven and we have people cooking at the stove. So I have these lovely two girls cooking at the stove, but there's something in the oven. When you come up to it, can you say, can y'all please step back from the stove for me? So you ask them to step back from the stove, and it's probably good to turn off the stove burners right here so you don't catch your hair in any of the flames. And then for safety, we always open the oven door all the way before you get something out of it. I know the temptation is to only open it halfway to try to conserve the heat, but then you end up either hitting your arm on the top where it's hot, or you hit the oven and burn the bottom of your arm, or you're trying to get something out and it spills because you can't get it all the way out of the oven. Maybe there's hot liquid in here and you can't get it out, so you have to tilt it and you spill. And you could spill and splash on the person that's over there. So the rule is we always open it all the way, put your stuff in, or pull your stuff out, depending on what you're doing. Close it all the way, and then let the people go back to their cooking. Now the final part about cooking around the stoves, keeping people safe with hot things, is how do we walk through the room with a hot pan. So we have a hot pan here, and maybe I need to walk down the aisle. So I would grab the hot pan with a hot pad just like we talked about earlier, and then you put your arm like this as a barrier, and you say, hot pan, hot pan, hot pan. Now back up into my arm. See, if she backs up into my arm, and I don't get burned and she doesn't get burned. Hot pan, and I protect it. Hot pan, hot pan, hot pan, until I go to my desired destination. And that's a very important part of what we do here, because we use hot pans all the time. Please be safe and follow these directions.